We are live. This is the market update. I am your host, Bill Noble. XRP saves the market. They tried to hit this market, they as in over-the-counter dealers and people who are frankly, hopelessly short or underinvested in Bitcoin. They tried to short altcoins to get their Bitcoin back. And guess what? XRP turned around, pressed $2, and came straight back, sending a message, namely, good luck being short altcoins. Well, when that happens, all that altcoin shorting that they did to suppress the market failed badly. And I think it's a very powerful point that XRP held a major level. ETH held a major level. And believe it or not, when I redid the Solana chart, Solana held a major level. Now, this could become a theme, right? What's up or what does good when the market's down is the thing that will lead the next rally. Speaking of leading the next rally, if you want to know what Coinbase coins to get on the dip, please jump into the YouTube member area. Right? We have memes, right? For the meme blow off top. We have Coinbase coins, right? Goldman was sniffing around the crypto market that could be related to DeFi. So you want to get yourself on the Coinbase in the YouTube member area. There's a link in the description down below. You can scan the QR code. All right. Patreon, right, is our new middle tier offering. 6th Street Crypto Podcast plus a newsletter, right? Where you get charts and updates so you can actually read it along with watching the video at the same time. And of course, there's LuxAlgo, the indispensable chart software that makes live TA possible. Check out the QR codes, and I even have my own set of indicators. That was a great way to find the top and then turn around and buy the recent dip. Again, the link's down below. Now, what else is going to lead the market? What other coins? Could it be Doge? What about the base coins? Are we on the verge of base season? Could ETH and ETH meme coins come back as the realization that this inflation problem is not going away? Want to know what the solution to the inflation problem is? The green button. Right? Because retail and large players, hedge funds, couldn't let the market go down more than 2 days in a row. Like in 2017, in a mega uptrend, the quickest dip was 5 days. Right? This was a 2-day dip. So can you imagine? Can you imagine the fear on the part of anyone on the institutional side who's underinvested? It is unbelievable. I was like, yeah, maybe they can hold this thing down. I'm sitting on a stream. XRP goes up on news we already knew about the stable coin being approved. And then the next thing you know, you wake up and boom, all of these shorts get blown out. Solana ETH up massively. We will go over all the news to show you just how clear the value proposition is for crypto. And we will discuss why we are here. The inflation, legacy, problematic narrative is unbelievable. Governments have to keep crypto going just for a distraction alone. Just for a distraction alone. So don't go anywhere, because when you see some of these charts, when you see the PowerPoint, it's going to blow your mind. Especially if you're an XRP fan, because they tried to press XRP 3 times and the XRP army is back. It really is an army. Good luck stopping these guys. Good luck. Welcome to Saber Daddy 369, a new member. Thank you for joining. We have Bull Runner banging away with those XRP emojis and the AI antivirus emojis. Thank you for that. $4.99 gets you the coolest emojis on YouTube, right? Today's Tech Bites. Diogo, welcome. Bob, hello. Jared with the Eagle King emoji. Caroline, Huckleberry Native. Fernando, Quiet John. Crypto Pulse, AERO. Oh my God. What is going to stop AERO? Nothing. Alexandra from Europe in Geneva, Jordan Key, Richard Barry, Crypto Keeter with that McAfee emoji. I am going to channel McAfee soon, right? Hats on the rise. Thanks, Toby. Yes, meme coins, some of the picks that we got. Hey, folks, they're moving. You best get in that member area and check it out. All right, let's go to news. Let's go to news. Now, on the subject of why are we here? Inflation is not under control. It's not out of control, but you're not getting what you need. Fed's not getting what they need. They're probably still going to cut rates because they're more worried about what's going on in the financial system than they are inflation. You want to know what the solution to inflation is? Doge. Doge. And when these guys get after it, they're going to reduce economic growth. They're going to stop some of the printing, right? Or they're going to stop the idiotic fiscal policy. And then inflation is going to go to zero. But right now, again, the latest FUD, like yesterday, the FUD was the computer chip. Today's FUD is inflation. The solution to inflation is the green button. The solution to a dip, whether it lasts 10 hours or 10 days, is the green button. If you let these people shake you out of crypto, you will never forgive yourself. Okay, this is today's FUD, and Elon is coming to solve it. Food price inflation is back on the rise. This is not getting any better. Again, watch what happens when they stop messing with the food supply. They stop burning down chicken factories, and whoever's doing that, like I said, good luck with the manipulations and all the nonsense when the orange man takes office. Okay, Bitcoin over 100K, right? There just is no more Bitcoin. That's it. That's that simple. There is a supply shock going on, and if they can't get Bitcoin, they're going to start grabbing everything else. They're going to grab Ethereum. They're going to grab Solana. They're going to grab XRP. XRP is not up today because it was up yesterday. Oh my goodness. When you see this XRP chart and you see what's going on top of some of these DeMark moving averages, like DeMark work is starting to work, like along with LuxAlgo. Institutions use DeMark. You can see the stress of them not having enough crypto. And when you look at what's going on here, like I said, don't let them shake you out. Now, pay attention, please. It is increasingly evident that the Fed is not looking at inflation or unemployment when making interest rate decisions. Maybe what they're really attempting to do is bail out the banking sector from its unrealized losses. Yesterday, you had Ray Dalio embrace Bitcoin. So he's been orange pilled and he's been talking about the debt problem for a long time. Okay. The chickens are coming home to roost with $36 trillion in debt. Thank goodness Elon finally said something about it to try to slow it down. Okay. This is a huge problem. This requires a currency devaluation or revaluation. The only way to do that as of now is against gold and crypto. This is why we are here. This is why there is no more Bitcoin. This is why dips last 2 days, right? I'm looking at like the Solana and Ethereum charts, and I know this is going to sound kind of crazy, but I'm like almost a little bit scared about what could happen on the upside there, especially since they couldn't take it down. I would almost feel relieved if they took it down. It's like, okay, they're going to calm down. Now I'm like afraid they're going to get crazy. We are not trending towards 2% inflation unless Doge can get a hold of this. Until then, inflation is going higher. Once again, the only solution to this for the general public is XRP and Ethereum and Solana and whatever's going on Solana, right? They're going to chase anything. They may start chasing ski masks. They may start chasing AI agents again. President-elect Trump ringing the bell at the New York Stock Exchange. Okay, a brief word on this. This smells a little bit like euphoria, at least in equities. So, I don't know. Maybe it's out of equities and into crypto tomorrow. We haven't seen that yet. This is sell the fact on equities. It could be buy the fact on crypto, but expect some volatility one way or the other around this event. If this event transpires and crypto does not sell the fact-ish, oh my God. You know, what can happen on the upside? Because like I said, a 10-day dip was a 2-day dip. Okay. Now, speaking of slowing it down, BlackRock transfers clarification. So apparently BlackRock withdrew 100,000 BTC to 29 different addresses, and everybody was freaking out that BlackRock was going to sell. Meanwhile, what BlackRock really did was try to slow it down, because they know when they move Bitcoin around, everybody looks, all the on-chain geniuses get nervous. Now, Arkham says because they do a lot of this with over-the-counter trading, that these movements are normal. Of course they're normal, right? But when you move it around, you slow it down. You slow it down. The government does this. Hey, let's move Bitcoin from one wallet to the other. How did that happen? I don't know. Probably because Larry asked them to. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this thing is like, really, it's scary. Now, of course, if you're long and strong, there's nothing scary about it. But it's like, oh my God, this, you know, this whole Bitcoin shortage thing, this whole, there's no supply of crypto for these institutions, right? They have to use FUD to knock it down. And how long does that last? How long does it last? Oh God, look at this. Oh my God. Janet Yellen. I am concerned about fiscal sustainability, and I am sorry we have not made more progress. I believe the deficit needs to be brought down. The U.S. debt rose by $8.2 trillion while Yellen was Fed chairman, and by $8.5 trillion when she was Treasury Secretary, and that doesn't include the $85 billion a month that she continued to print unnecessarily. It doesn't even include that because she used to be in charge of handing out sugar at the Fed. So in other words, Janet Yellen has personally overseen $16.7 trillion of all the debt increases in the history of the United States. But she's sorry. Bang, 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 bang. Green button all day long again. Like, when you see this kind of stuff, like, they're admitting in public that we screwed up. This could be why the market turned around and did what it did. This is like 16 hours ago. This is why XRP, Solana, Bitcoin, Ethereum, anything that acts as money, they just admit it. Like I said, every day in this market, you're getting told. You're getting told what things really mean. That's why I'm spending 45 minutes on news, because every day we're getting told, and there's no way anybody should get shaken out on FUD. No way. Bitcoin reclaims 101K. Again, these scary lurches higher. One day it's just going to go. I got the chart. You know, they can try to keep it around 99 or 98. I don't know, man. Eventually it's just going to go. It's pretty clear. European governments are changing. Huh. Gee, it's funny. I think some guy on YouTube said the solution to like strange things like, you know, getting put in jail because of what you said on social media. Yeah, there was an answer to that. It's called the green button. Now, it is also called the voting lever in the United States and elsewhere. But that green button has a magical impact, because one minute a government's putting people in jail for what they say on Facebook, and the next minute the news organization of the government is explaining to its people what Bitcoin is. Free markets are an unbelievable force. And this market is a force of nature. Last 2 days, you know, the forest got a little bit too thick, right? A little bit too much growth. Lightning strikes. They have a little forest fire. And then guess what? The next day, new plants growing right out of the ash. Markets are a natural force. Man, I am smelling the emotion that's going on here because they can't knock the market down. It's scary what can happen in this thing. Average hourly wages are up $5 since January 2021, but after adjusting for inflation, they're actually lower. So if you want to know what's going on Solana and why what's going on Solana is not bad, this is why, right? I know Pump.Fund's got a lot of access, but when the general public is looking for a solution, They're looking for new forms of money. They don't realize it. They're chasing something that allows themselves to hedge against inflation. They're chasing money. Yes. They're chasing their dreams. Yes. They're chasing a Lambo. Yes. But the real thing that makes the general public the bug to the light on Coinbase, XRP, Solana, and meme coins is the fact that they're the currency that they're getting compensated in for their life's work, for the fruits of their labor, per the Declaration of Cryptocurrency Independence. They're getting a depreciating currency and they're not doing it. Okay, so the news that wasn't news that turned everything around. The XRP Army is now the XRP Army Ranger Rescue Squad because they single-handedly took their coin up yesterday and stopped this whole decline. XRP has made it very clear. Good luck shorting altcoins to get your Bitcoin back. They can try. And, you know, you can just laugh at them now. You can just laugh at them now because if the giant, scary semiconductor Skynet chip and BlackRock moving Bitcoin around didn't stop Bitcoin, what's the only thing that stops Bitcoin? I don't know, a hawkish statement from Powell? Maybe. But how the heck is that going to work and have him or anybody over there keep their jobs? What's going to stop this thing? They could only put the brakes on it for 2 days with coordinated catalysts from BlackRock and Google. What stops it? Seriously. XRP outperforms Bitcoin. Dogecoin slides ahead of CPI. Everyone was afraid of CPI, I guess. I thought we were over that. But, you know, again, they spread the foot around. They get 2 days. Trader turns 2.5 thousand into 200,000 by buying XRP with 500x leverage. The position was dangerously close to liquidation before XRP turned around and went to the upside. Okay. So there's your XRP army coming in at 500x leverage. People love to try to pick the bottom to do these leverage longs. I'm happy it worked out for this person, but you can get smoked and lose a lot of capital doing stuff like this. And frankly, I don't know that it's necessary. The way to add leverage, in my opinion, and this is not investment advice, let it go your way and then start adding leverage either on any dip or on the way up, right? So you have like some cushion. But the XRP army was a massive buyer yesterday. They were clearly, I mean, I'm sitting here, I think I was on the stream. I'm on the stream and blah, 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 blah. And I look over and XRP is green when the whole market is red. So again, you know, play around and find out. Okay. Billionaire Dalio prefers hard money like gold and Bitcoin for these 5 reasons: debt and monetary dynamics, including internal political tensions, countries' internal political order. In other words, some of the stuff that's going on in Europe, external geopolitical conflicts, which have not stopped, natural events, right? Disruptive technologies like AI. Okay, so Ray, to make fun of him, right? Ray's been calling for something near the end of the world for a while. And my argument was that the positive thing, the white swan, was crypto mooning as a way of devaluing the dollar. And Ray wrote a 500-page book and he missed it. And then somebody orange pilled him, or somebody walked into his office and said, "Hey, Ray, I think we better get with the program on this." And like a good hedge fund manager, he's like, "Yeah, I think we do. I think we do." He didn't get dogmatic. He's flipping himself around. This also means that Bridgewater, his huge hedge fund, is probably a massive owner and quiet buyer of Bitcoin. If there's $50 billion inside the Bitcoin ETF, right? Notice BlackRock doesn't put the money in there. Somebody goes to BlackRock and says, "I need the Bitcoin ETF." It could be macro hedge funds like Bridgewater. And if that's true, then you're going to have massive hedge funds following. There are a lot of actors in legacy that people don't know about. And everybody who had negative bets on, like they were short treasury bonds, or they were like Ray was looking for major corporate bankruptcies. Okay, you know, those things might happen, but I can tell you right now, the way this price action is going, right, the market's going to take crypto up before they do any problems in legacy. right? Crypto is the canary in the coal mine. Crypto and why we're here is telling you, right? Crypto up, fiat lower for very powerful reasons. Inflation may just provide a Santa spark for Bitcoin. Well, Bitcoin doesn't need inflation as a Santa spark, but again, yeah, it's there, right? People are over it. People are over it, and the institutions weren't counting on it, right? And even if they were, right, any attempt to get this market down, right, is going to be met with hedge funds and retail. So I didn't exactly get yesterday right, but I did get the point. Don't let them get your crypto. Don't. Okay, Pudgy Penguins. I'm going to pound the table on this too. Let me follow Pudgy Penguins. Okay. Winner take all. Somebody in the NFT space has been building physical products with a great website with NFTs that people want as either collectibles or as like some kind of like, I don't know, way of owning something in the space, right? Because they're like 20 ETH. So the NFTs themselves are like buying into the brand, but then they're going to issue Pudgy money. They're going to issue a Solana coin, right? And when they do that, that's going to allow the general public to adopt crypto by buying Pudgy money and then buying collectibles. They're going to be motivated to get the collectibles at the holiday season. And you know what? At this time next year, you may be looking at a Pudgy Penguins IPO, right? What happens if Pudgy makes enough money to go public? Can you imagine? Can you imagine what happens in this market when you have NFT companies, crypto companies going public, as in issuing stock? Forget about it. This catalyst is not accounted for. Okay. These characters, look at this. Certain country in Eastern Europe tells citizens to avoid the United States, Canada, and the European Union for fear of being in trouble with the authorities. Hey, people, we can get in trouble with the authorities, which is why we're hitting the green button. And by the way, embracing privacy. We're going to go into that because I'm not going to shut up about that. Now, $1 billion in Tether minted at the Tether treasury on Ethereum because hedge funds are panicking. If you are a crypto hedge fund manager, you cannot underperform. That's why the 5-day dip or the 10-day dip was a 2-day dip, because they got to get involved, right? You can feel the panic buying. Now, they may not want to buy it when it's up, but they're running out of options. They're running out of options, right? They can't not own it. They can't. And if yesterday was all they had and XRP stopped them, not that there's anything wrong with XRP, but if XRP is now a monster, and it is, because it went up 400%, everyone blew that off, and then it turned a 10-day decline into a 2-day decline. So if you think the XRP army is playing around, you best think again. Like I said, Bitcoin is money, which is half of everything. Okay. ETH is a Web3 development stack. Oh my God. Someone said Web3. Look at this. Somebody finally said Web3 other than me. Solana is a competing Web3 stack, and Zcash, I guess he's making fun of it, is Zuko's grocery coupons. Okay. This person down here thinks Zcash is how you actually spend your crypto. Because I don't know. Do you want to spend crypto and have everybody know what you're doing? I don't know, man. I don't think so. I honestly don't think so. Privacy matters. Tucker Carlson, why is no one warning crypto isn't private? So someone's got to talk about crypto or they're not relevant. So Tucker's finding an angle, right? And he's going with the Edward Snowden angle, right? Why are we only hearing from you that crypto transactions are not private? Why isn't anyone else sounding the alarm? Now, okay, so this is the media, right? This is trying to be relevant. Listen, self-custody, transactional freedom, right? Decentralized exchanges and privacy, basic privacy. Funds can trade in equities and not have everyone see what they're doing. You can trade in equities and have everyone not see what you're doing. Why would that not happen in crypto? Zcash, Monero, McAfee has a protocol, Ghost, right? So there's antivirus, and then he actually tried to develop, not tried, the project exists. It's called Ghost, right? This is going to happen. Silent Swap, Wendy O is on that. Houdini swap is out there, right? You're going to be able to do crypto transactions, and this sector is not priced for any of that. DeFi hasn't been traded. Real world assets has started, but that hasn't been traded either. AI and AI agents sort of started, but really the AI trade from a year ago never came back. And then, of course, there's, like I said, there's privacy. So how many narratives, how many sectors are there? How many sectors? There's so many sectors that haven't done anything. And everyone yesterday is like, oh my God. And then all the news is about the meme coins, right? Being listed on centralized exchanges so that big players can offload liquidity. In the meantime, you know, smaller memes, some of which we've got in the YouTube member area, may do extremely well. And none of these sectors have been traded. None of them. Especially the ones highlighted in our video. 6 trending categories today: Binance airdrops, real world assets, ZK protocols, privacy, layer 2s. Oh my God. You know what's going to happen in layer 2s if ETH comes back? We have several layer 2s inside our member sector videos. We have been telling people through the cycle, all through the bear market, and continue to this day, blockchain cannot be adopted without confidential computing. I listened to Secret Network. That was the first event that I went to. We are glad that Tucker and Mario are spreading awareness. Like, this trade is absolutely epic, right? It's an area that is actually it's like a right that you have to not have everybody knowing what your business is. It seems to make sense to me. Bitcoin 100K breakout pauses, right? Pause likely due to liquidity factors and the fact that NVIDIA rolled over. No, folks, the fact that NVIDIA rolled over is all the more reason for a Bitcoin surge. Please be careful about sell the fact in equities when the orange man is at the exchange tomorrow. I have some cringe about that. But please don't think that once they're done trying to get their Bitcoin back, what's going to happen in Bitcoin? It's just going to go. In the meantime, it could be ETH and Solana, so don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Don't miss the PowerPoint. Maverick Protocol aims to bring MemeFi. Wait a minute. Are you telling me that people are going to start using meme coins as money? And this is sonic funny. People are trying to get interest rates in meme coins. Wow, what a novel idea. Like, Ethereum has an interest rate, but, you know, a staking rate, but, you know, nobody pays attention to that because nobody thinks ETH is money. Everybody thinks the cycle is whatever's going on right now, and it's not a cycle. It's a trend where you're going to have rotation, decoupling, as Toby Ward says, right? You're going to go from one sector to the other, right? New leadership is coming. MemeFi. Can you imagine? Right? The game is to list these things on centralized exchanges. That's the Coinbase exchange game. The real game is memes as money, like the Floki debit card. Why did the crypto market plunge overnight? Is the bull run still intact? Do you realize that this was a question yesterday? I had no idea. I mean, I had it painted as a temporary correction that's typical in parabolic bull markets. And people actually thought this was a top? What show are you watching? I know you guys are watching us. By the way, on that note, if you need a roadmap in crypto, subscribe to this channel. Turn on alerts so you know when we're going live and if the content works for you. If you can't join the YouTube member area, if you can't get into Patreon, please hit the like button. Move the channel. You move the channel. I do market updates. Please come on in because we got the coin picks that you need. And you know what? They were nice enough to cheapen it all up for you. A lot of those coins got out of the gate and then they all dipped. How nice. How nice, right? It's like, hey, good luck stopping us. The state of Alabama wants a strategic Bitcoin reserve. Everybody wants a strategic Bitcoin reserve because everybody knows what's going on with the price of eggs and the price of food in Alabama and Texas and everywhere else in the SEC. This is unbelievable. The Japanese implement a 4-day work week to tackle the population crisis. So once upon a time at Wall Street in the 90s, we all sat around and wondered how as America, never mind as Wall Street, how as America we were going to ever outwork the Japanese. We couldn't outwork these guys. They would go to work at 6 o'clock in the morning and they would leave at 10 o'clock at night. Then they would go party and do more business, sleep 2 hours, and go back to work. I mean, that was the work ethic. Now they want a 4-day work week. So what are the crypto bros in Japan going to be doing on day 5? What are they going to do? What do they want them to do? Well, they want them to buy Bitcoin. They want them to buy Solana. They want them to buy the Penguin coin, have the Penguin coin go up, go out on a date, watch an American movie, and the rest, we'll let you figure that out, right? The Japanese want you buying watches, buying presents for your significant other, and mating. Take a day off, spend a day doing crypto. What do you think these people are going to do when they're off? Gardening? No, they're going to hit the green button. I mean, you've had huge stock market runs in Japan. They know how to speculate over there. They know how to get involved. They know what's going on with the yen. You think we got a grocery store problem? Huh? I mean, like I said, folks, you're being told, and I got something in here on Hong Kong. Here we go. Hong Kong to speed up crypto licensing. Would you love it? You know what I'm saying? Like, not only did the Chinese kick the miners out so they could come to the great state of Texas, okay? Not only did they do that, but they suppressed Hong Kong. They had like one of the, if not the biggest financial centers in the world. And I don't know, they came down on Hong Kong in like 6 different ways. Meanwhile, they could have turned Hong Kong into Crypto City. And guess what? They're going to. You imagine what happens? I mean, I have the most ridiculous short video on TikTok that got 3.2 million views, where I exaggerated everything about XRP. I was like, XRP is going to $3,000. 3 billion people in China are going to market buy it. There isn't even 3 billion people in China. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable, right? What happens when you start to get people excited, right? What happens when you get the Chinese excited? Chinese love gambling. You ever seen pictures of Macau, their Las Vegas, or the way they would gamble in China A-shares when their domestic stock market would go up? These people are coming. I mean, like I said, like the joy for us is great. I can talk about the joy. You get it, right? I want to talk about the joy so you don't get scared out of the market, because believe me, they were scaring the new people out of the market yesterday. They were, right? People freaked out. I was like, people, don't freak out. They're just trying to get their crypto back. What is going to happen when these characters come in and start market buying stuff? Okay. Now, this is the YouTube member area, okay? Memes. Okay. Coinbase portfolio, right? And then the Coinbase portfolio show, right? And then it's a much higher markup. You're much better off with the YouTube membership. But if you're allergic to something monthly, the Coinbase portfolio is in the Patreon store at a very robust price. You are better off here. Patreon also has, like I said, 6th Street Crypto. Please come check it out. Please come check it out. Okay. Now, let's go to PowerPoint, because I promised you PowerPoint, and now we're going to do PowerPoint. Okay, XRP. You know, I saw this, and this isn't the XRP army. This is LuxAlgo. So I was caught off guard by 2 things. One, XRP broke down after breaking through the apex of a triangle. So whatever happens at the apex of a triangle is normally pretty powerful. So I was like, wow, look, XRP broke down. What's that mean? Well, that means they were going to try to get their crypto back. That's what that meant. Okay. Then LuxAlgo, when it turned this 4 signal on the 4-hour chart, that's the strongest AI-based buy signal that you can get from LuxAlgo. And I'm like, oh my God, They gave this a 4 signal, right? And then, of course, the whole market just turns right around, right? I was like, oh, my God. Now, XRP didn't go up 20%, but like I said, XRP stopped the decline single-handedly. And the computer saw it. And you know what? I should have thought to myself, because I just got off the stream. I'm like, and this happens, right? You talk for an hour and a half, and then you look over here, and I'm like, oh, that's what it was. And I turn around and do a whole new stream again. Too late. Okay, now let's talk about DeMark. Oh, my God, this is when I knew the XRP army was going to another level. Already has. So this is a quantitative moving average drawn by the DeMark system. Note these candlesticks, okay? Down, back, above the moving average. Down, stop everyone out. Every dip buyer here, all these dip buyers stopped out. Straight back up. Smaller version, down, stop, try. You couldn't stop anybody, and then comes right back up. The 236 is support. You could go to 286 or beyond. Like, people are not playing around with this. No one's going to miss another gigantic up move in XRP. XRP stopped the decline. Period. It's obvious, right? They can try something again. They ran into XRP, and then this thing in Bitcoin, right? Like, here was the 13 top. So, you know, that was a topping signal, but not necessarily in Bitcoin, kind of in the rest of the market. So the signal did mean something, even though it was kind of hard. 97K was support. There's no resistance until 117. They can try to leave it here, but it's been here for, I don't know, it's been here the whole month. It hasn't done anything. It went to 100 and sat here. And we all know that when something goes up and goes sideways, I mean, this is the ultimate square formation. It's not going anywhere. It's like, boom, right? Okay, how do we get access to the LuxAlgo indicator? You subscribe to LuxAlgo. The link is down below. And the Eagle King can put a QR code up on the screen. So LuxAlgo is down below. You got to subscribe. You got to have TradingView. Then you get LuxAlgo. Then you can get my subscription service as well. 97, 117. Bitcoin on a 4-hour chart. Oh, my God. I was watching this too. So this is your accumulation cone. This has been very bullish. Normally things attack the top and then break out. So it comes from the 1920s. Bitcoin broke down out of the bottom and then came straight back inside the formation. So when you have a false breakdown like this, right? Theory states that when you break out of the bottom, you're going to turn around and break out of the top. Okay, this is a rising line. So every day that goes by, the upside target in Bitcoin gets higher and higher and higher, and they're going to take it out. It's just like, I'm just like, wow, who's going to stop this thing, right? Even if they try again, it's like, people, you can't let them take your crypto. This could be crazy banana pants in altcoins, right? Because, you know, first they tried to short altcoins because they couldn't get Bitcoin. Now, what are they going to do next? Well, I'm going to tell you if you look at the Solana chart, okay? So if you're short Bitcoin and you can't get it back, what are you going to do? Well, you got to buy something. You got to buy something, right? Michael Saylor and BlackRock are draining the Bitcoin out. Someone out there is short Bitcoin. The dealers that sell to these guys, it just does. They don't get the Bitcoin out of thin air. Someone has to sell it to them. So if you can't knock the market down, what's the next best thing? Well, if you're short 1 unit of Bitcoin, you buy 2 units of Solana or 2 units of Ethereum or the Ethereum ETF or whatever you can get your hands on. That's next. It could be. Look what happened here. Solana, everyone's looking at 200. Still a good point to look at, but there's a DeMark moving average here. Okay. And it's interesting that these DeMark points are working because institutions look at DeMark, right? And then it's straight up the March high. I was like, wow, Solana came down to the March high, ran the stops, and turned around and went up. This is, I still think this is way undervalued. I mean, everybody is long memes on Solana, and sometimes I just get this sick feeling that they're all long the wrong thing. They're right to be on Solana, but they should be long Solana because Solana's money. And we're doing a dollar devaluation. You probably wonder why every single stream I spend at least 10 minutes reminding you why we're all here. Because these cryptos, not only is it Web3, it's also money. Now, speaking of Web3, Hedera, look at this. Hedera is like, oh, let's do a correction. And then let's sit right on top of the moving average. Who's going to stop this if it doesn't go down? When it turns around, this is the 9 signal. Okay, this was toppy, but this is turning out to be a pause that refreshes, right? So if XRP can save the market, right, and Hedera is holding a big moving average, you know, I didn't get the big signal I wanted in Algorand yet, but who knows? That could be coming next. ETH. Oh my God, look at this, right? Back to the July high right here at 3,500. I don't know how many times I've said ETH at 3,500. It feels like I've been saying that for a year or more. Straight back, man. Straight back up, right? And look at this. ETH versus Bitcoin. Look at this downtrend. Look how many times ETH has failed at this moving average, the big one on top, right? I mean, first, ETH can't even get there. That was October and November. It just can't get there. I'm sorry, excuse me. September and October. Then in November is the fake breakout. They do the false breakout, and then they drop ETH versus Bitcoin one last time to a 5-wave bottom. Then ETH versus Bitcoin breaks out and comes back down. And this moving average that was like this untouchable fortress of resistance is now holding as support. Do you have any idea what happens if they park Bitcoin at 100 and go after ETH and Solana and the general public follows with it? And then you throw a couple of meme coins in there? Man alive. 3,900 is a key DeMark level on the ETH monthly chart. You know, to me, ETH 4,000 feels like a given. If you take out 4,000 by the end of this month, you have a willy-nilly massive breakout in Ethereum. Who's going to stop it? Like the entire equities community that missed the Bitcoin ETF, they're going to go after Ethereum. And you know what? They won't like it at 3,500, but at 4,200, they're going to love it. The tech gets better as the market goes up. Like you have certain coins either sitting on support like ETH and Solana, or coins that are just below resistance like ETH and Bitcoin, or near key levels, right? In other words, everyone's like, oh, I missed it. Looking at this graph, what exactly have you missed? What have you missed? You have missed nothing, right? This was up here. ETH was here in January. And again, maybe that ETH's not the best example, but ETH was here in January. ETH was here in 2022, right? If anything, you can argue using Ethereum, which again is the development stack for Web3 and money, that you got here just in time. So everyone's all wound up yesterday, all losing their mind. Don't forget, ETH is a native token of Base, which hasn't taken off yet. Not like Solana ecosystem anyway. Doge. Anybody remember this? Watch this, right? Okay, here's a support point at 40 cents. Okay. Bill, Unagi up 18% today. Yes, I will try to look at it, right? Down, Doge through 40 cents, right? This looks like a huge downtrend is going to start. Yep. Slam it. And then they do 2 more red candles to make you think they can't get back above 40, and then boom. Like this is a stop running process, right? They are just trying to get every single stop. They are trying to get every single itsy bitsy bit of crypto that they can get their hands on, because every hedge fund, every big player, everybody, every family office, every stockbroker, every financial rep, they're trying to get their hands on whatever they can get their hands on. And then when they sell it like this and they bring it back, the market is sending a message that they only get so many opportunities at this before it goes totally volcanic. Do not let them shake you out of the market. Zcash. Okay, here's me FOMOing and talking on Twitter. Naughty. Okay, but it breaks down and it comes back down to the top of this channel. Do not fade the privacy narrative as far as I'm concerned. I took it on the chin in a small cap in Solana, and you know what? I don't care. I'm staying with that. We'll maybe look at an update. I'm staying with it. I'm staying with privacy. I've got my new cell phone here. Just got it. It's going to have an eSIM with privacy on it, thanks to this project. I'm not budging from the privacy narrative at all. I mean, there's a guy I know, right? Mind Your Biz, Seth, right? Kind of a friend of mine in the business. That guy's been on the privacy narrative for years. Not getting off of it. Not getting off of it. Okay. Let's look at what we're looking at. We're looking at Unagi. Okay, again, Unagi sitting on top of support. Anything sitting on top of support. Like I looked at one of the Coinbase coins today, sitting on top of support, positive news catalyst, right? Link has a privacy layer now, according to Bob. Forget about it, right? Any hope for ENJ? There's hope for everything, dude. There's hope for it all. They just haven't gotten to it yet, right? Strong support at 25 cents, dude. And of course, what happens when we zoom out? I can already tell you. D. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to give up on this now? Look at the money flow coming to this thing. It's almost FOMO-ish. They're piling into this thing on a 3-day chart. So whatever this is, somebody's after it. Somebody's after it. Oh my God, look at PIN. I think this was definitely in one of our reports, right? Very hard to stop these things. This is DPIN when it gets going. It's just, you know, Crypto Keter, Sui. Oh my God. See what I'm saying? Squiggle technicals. I don't even know how you chart this anymore. Let's go to DeMark. Sui monthly, 5 more up months. In theory, 5 more up months. Sui upside target on a blow off, 4.8. There's a 13 top in Sui, right? That stopped the market 1, 2, 3 days. And you can tell as soon as this gets to a moving average, they just start buying it. They buy every dip. This also hints to me that there are algos in this market that are just trained to buy every dip. I'm not saying, you know, if you have a quantitative moving average works, who uses quantitative systems? Machines. That's what we used to call them back in the QE era. The machines. The machines are buying every single dip. They're buying every single dip. Okay, I got the member requests here. Okay, we want to thank everybody for joining, right? The join button is at the bottom of the chat. Feel free to jump on in. Near. Okay. Support was at $5.30. They couldn't get down there. This is the AI narrative. Okay, I don't see anything good or bad here, but like I said, on a weekly chart, there's your dip, right? That's your dip. If you get one, take one. All right, they actually hammered it pretty good. You get a dip, take the dip. Okay, Ondo. God, Ondo, where do I start with Ondo? Remember this? Does anybody remember me being on the air going, everyone's saying you can't buy Ondo because of a token unlock? I mean, you know, we should all have a field trip where we go to like BlackRock's headquarters and we don't even have to go in. We don't have to go in. We just drive by the building and go, there's BlackRock, right? There's BlackRock. How big is it? Oh, it's pretty big. It's pretty big. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, okay. There is a token unlock here. It is at resistance. I get it. But that was not a reason to not buy Ondo. And if there is a reason, temporarily to not buy Ondo, right? You know, the quantitative system kind of got fooled a little yesterday, right? So if Ondo takes a break, then the bid is going to switch into the rest of the market, which is OM, which is making a new high. Okay, Dusk, which hasn't done anything. Dusk is a real world asset layer 1 and hasn't done anything. It's sitting at equilibrium. So yes, Ondo is okay. Ondo's fine. I mean, yeah, BlackRock's going to come in and eat the token unlock, right? And if there's profit taking, you know, it'll go down, but that's not the focus. That shouldn't be the focus. The focus should be like, what can I get involved in on the dip? Like, and if there is no dip, just what can I get involved in? Some of this stuff is not rallied yet. It doesn't matter whether you buy it on a dip, but Dusk is like went to the LuxAlgo equilibrium at 24 cents, right? Algorand. A lot of people asking about this. I'm down. I'm just saying, you know, this people are after this, man. They want it. You know, YouTube is telling video. What is going on here? Okay, Algorand. Okay, Algorand rallies to the premium zone, comes back down to the equilibrium zone on the daily chart, and look at this FOMO. Whoa. Right? That's a lot of FOMO. Now, I don't know if that's too much FOMO. Maybe. And what does too much FOMO get you? Well, it gets you maybe a pause. You know, Algorand has not broken resistance yet. This pink line is resistance. Algorand has not fully taken out 45 cents yet. So you heard me correct. Algorand has not broken out yet. It has not broken out yet. And I guess it's not going to, right? We're just going to blow this off. We're not going to blow this off. This thing, they tried to press the market down, right? But how can you press a market down that never went up? But I thought Algorand did go up. Dude, it's 200% away from equilibrium at 1.6 cents. And we're getting all tied up in the minutia of like the day-to-day. Right? The day-to-day market maker, you know, we're like a little boat swish swashing in the big ocean of over-the-counter dealers. And oh my God, I got to get Bitcoin. If they can't create more than a 2-day drop, and even if they do, even if they created a 5-day decline, like say there was an interruption in a Santa rally for 5 days, that's completely normal. That's on par with 2017. You know, bear market, you know, during the early bull market / bear market transition, you know, you get 10-day drops. They can't do a 10-day drop. You know, they get short all coins and they get squeezed out. Are they going to try again? They might. But who cares? Where is this thing going to go when they're done doing what they're doing? It's going to go vertical, right? Again, XRP stopped the market. Algorand hasn't broken out yet. Hedera sitting on moving average support. I rest my case. Arrow upside target. Okay. Ski mask dog, sideways consolidation. Okay. Let's see. Arrow. Okay. So the short answer to what the price target is in Arrow is Uniswap's valuation from the previous cycle at $10. That's what the fundamental analysts will tell you. Okay. Now, if we go to like Fibonacci, Fib extension work, and we get wild. Okay. So this is a little bit of instructional TA. So first of all, any of your current price action will be drawn like this. Whether it's a daily, weekly, or a monthly chart, it will just be quashed down and you'll be laughing about how bearish everybody got in this range, which is why I was screaming, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't get bearish. Don't get bearish. Don't get bearish. Okay. So the ultimate upside target based on this is 10. That's, you know, probably end of next year. Realistically, I don't see any reason why once this thing starts breaking out, why it can't go to 3.5. 3.5 would probably be resistance because once it would get above 3.5, you would have escape velocity. So I would say your short-term target is 3.5. Your intermediate term target is 5.8. And your long-term target is 10. Okay. Again, Uniswap's valuation on a Coinbase DEX that uses ETH as the native token to trade on coins that are eventually going to be listed on Coinbase, like Virtual. I have no idea what is going to stop this group yesterday that came out with its top 10 surprises for next year. And they're like this AI agent coin. I had some guy call me with another AI coin today. Like, what kind of dips are you getting out of this thing? Out of on Virtual? What are you getting? You're getting this. Like some kind of diamond formation. I don't know, maybe. That's maybe a little bit of a hack, but it might work. Like this thing could go up only 1.7 billion for something that could crank out the next generation of AI-based celebrities. Oh man, graph. Another multi-coin capital play. Okay, the graph right now is at equilibrium. So if you look at this on, say, a weekly chart, honestly, you just wouldn't touch it. They want to gyrate it around, so what? It's at 27 cents, right? Upside target is 68 minimum. And then it's eventually going to break out eventually, because when people start figuring out that there's a tech narrative in the market and a multi-coin capital play, this is an accumulation cone. I don't know, man. I know the volatility is scary and I know it's upsetting. I understand. Like, you want to see upsetting? I'll show you upsetting. Here's upsetting. Whoop, there's a good candle. Here's upsetting, right? So they have a privacy product. They have products. It's a John McAfee meme coin. It tweets, it talks, it responds to your tweets. It's going to wind up on his Twitter with 1 million followers, and they have products. They have products that you're going to pay for with the coin. So we start at 400K, we go to 5 million, and then I have to watch it just implode to like 700 million overnight. Right? There are narratives. There are narratives here that people have just like not paid attention to. Like Ski Dog at 200 million is too cheap. And here's another laugher, like Boomer Coin laugher, right? Everyone is like, well, MicroStrategy is a bubble. I may have skipped over the, I may have skipped over the part where everybody says Michael Saylor's stock is way overvalued. Correction imminent. The meme coin on ETH is down like 80% from its high. You imagine what happens if there's an ETH revival, right? MicroStrategy in the NASDAQ 100 could spell 59% upside. MicroStrategy will eventually unravel. Everybody's looking to pick a top. Meanwhile, Bernstein, a guy guys who have been on this 6-figure Bitcoin thing for a while, think MicroStrategy can continue to go higher. Yet, you know, the meme coin is just there. Like, I know this is going to sound absurd, but I know a guy with $60 million who thinks, like, for example, the antivirus coin is what they call a value investment. Like, I know, don't laugh. I know it's on Solana, right? I know the volatility is outrageous and you need to manage your book, okay? You need to manage your book, especially with little coins. This is the kind of volatility you can get. But there is stuff out there like the MicroStrategy meme coin. You don't want to talk about this? Okay, I own that coin, right? Look at this. There are whole sectors. Somebody comes in and says, what about ENJ? There are whole sectors of the market that haven't done anything. Nothing, right? They're correcting everything yesterday and discouraging everybody, and everyone's talking about a top. No way. Absolutely, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Right? Let me see if I can get DeMark work on Degen for our members. Members get priority on this kind of stuff, by the way. Patreon has a direct dialogue with me, like a chat function, like Telegram. So, we have like a little community going on in there. Okay. Now, this is not the only meme coin on Coinbase anymore, but it still doesn't make me want to get out, because anybody who thinks you don't need decentralized social media, the Orange Man said it. He's like, are you going to save a certain social media company? He's like, yeah, probably, because we don't want monopolies. We want there to be other players. I don't know. Let's try a fib retracement. Okay, there's Degen coming back above the 62% retracement of the rally, right, off the election. And of course, right, if you can see it, they run the stops down here at 62% and they bring it back. So they did a wonderful job of running the stops and getting everybody out, and then it comes straight back. So I wouldn't give up on this. I mean, I know people are upset because their coin didn't go up. I think this is like a long-term play for decentralized social media. Render. Render. Do you realize Render on a weekly chart has not gotten to its LuxAlgo premium zone? The LuxAlgo premium zone, the top of it is at $14 on a weekly chart. So let me label this correctly. Okay. And then if we go back to the daily chart, okay, might be a little hard to see. There's the accumulation cone, or the expanding triangle in Render. Breaks out, comes back down, holds. I don't know what stops this. They did a full-length movie on Render. This is the daily chart, right? It comes back down to equilibrium. You know how many times we've seen this where something will rally to its premium zone and then come back down and test equilibrium and then turn around and go right back up again? Like, if they can't short altcoins, they have to buy them. I know that sounds crazy. Okay. Breaking news. Orange Man crypto project just bought ETH. Seems clear. $62% of personal income taxes paid by the federal government, you paid to the federal government, went for interest on the debt. No roads, no bridges, no schools, no hospital, no military, no social security, just interest. Buy Bitcoin, right? I mean, these guys have been telling you. So now I'm beginning it with why are you here? And I'm ending it with why are you here? Everyone's like, my crypto didn't go up. I'm worried. I'm upset. People, just go for it, right? Richard Barry, LFG, right? Diogo, today's Tech Bites. Bob, banging away with those emojis. Awesome. We appreciate that. The chosen one, Polkadot. Oh my God, Polkadot. Web3. Does anybody remember that? I wish somebody would. I wish somebody would. You got to be kidding me with this. Like, no one wants to talk about Polkadot. No one. Do you realize that Polkadot on a weekly chart? Thank you. Polkadot on a weekly chart. I say this all the time. And in some ways, I know that some people get it, but most don't. Polkadot should be at 30. It's currently at 9. What is the world going to look like with Polkadot at 30? Like, it is possible that they could slow Bitcoin down, maybe. But what happens if the answer to not enough Bitcoin is that these hedge funds or these dealers or whoever start going after any big cap altcoin that's got liquidity? Right? Mike, you're welcome. Right? Gala. Oh, this gaming thing. Microsoft didn't do Bitcoin because they're going to do gaming. And this stuff's going to go crazy. Like, we got a couple gaming coins, like in our meme coin section of our latest report. You know, we've put out, like, in the on the podcast, you know, we have put out stuff. Look at this, man. See how it goes up to the premium zone and then comes back down to equilibrium? Meanwhile, they're just piling in here. You can see the money flow, perhaps excessive, hence the correction. But they wiped out 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 days. They wiped out 10 days of upside. They wiped everybody out, right? In other words, everyone was hesitant, and then they wiped everyone out. And now they got to come back in. And probably people are too scared to come back in. Philip says he DCA'd, right? Kraken Exchange has lots of options. That's true. Sui memes are flying. Banker. Oh, Steve, the DeFi guy. Banker. BANKR. Sell near, buy Algorand. Well, I can't do that. That's investment advice. BANKR. I don't have BANKR. I don't have that. Okay. SIM wrapped ETH. Assimilate. The Borg. Oh my God. These things that people show me, these things like LuxAlgo with the big buy signal here. After everyone packed it in and gave up. I don't know what this is, but like I said, and I'm not the one who coined this phrase, by the way. My old boss did. There is such a thing as value investing in crypto, finding stuff that people have just not paying attention to. Because, you know, the market can't pay attention to everything all at once. And if you have a sector-based world where, you know, everything doesn't move at once and you have decoupling, meaning, you know, stocks can do one thing, one sector in crypto can go up, one sector in crypto can go down. Everybody wants everything to go up at once, like 2021. And that's not healthy because that eventually ends badly. This is more difficult because you need research, right? You need technical analysis, or you need to ignore the noise. Actually, you need all three. You need to get set, be nimble when you have to, adjust your portfolio. If you have, you know, whatever, don't get over your skis and leveraged on small caps, right? Don't write in and say, I went, you know, all in on XYZ and blew up. Don't blow up. There's plenty for everybody. Think about abundance. Think about abundance. Think about why we are here. I understand that I'm the guy standing in the middle of a fraternity party with an economics textbook going, hey guys, let's read economics when everyone's drinking tequila with a lampshade on their head. I understand that. If you get in our member area, you can get coins that people are not focusing on. People are not paying attention to everything. They're in crypto. They're here. That's good. But do they understand the power of what's happening? Do they understand that XRP stopped what could have been a 5 to 10 day correction? Now, you can still get corrective activity or not, right? This market is making it really hard on people. New people bought the top. They probably panicked yesterday. Now they're sitting around wondering what to do. Well, hedge funds aren't sitting around and wondering what to do. They got to get busy. They don't care if they're buying it up 10% because they're still buying it below where it was 4 or 5 days ago. Okay, people, that is it for today. Remember, Don't give them your crypto. We'll see you tomorrow.